Hey guys, want to make a quick video to go over a few things that I've seen in the community. Number one being a lot of players have been kind of locked out of the game since the update that came out, which is a little bit ridiculous. But I've voiced my opinion to Plarium already, and I hope that they take all of this into account, especially with the event going on like it is. It's already more difficult than it should be to do this. I think that they're very much taking advantage of the fact that they've made some of these things like early on they made this super achievable in order for you to get the heroes, and now it's not achievable for a free-to-play player. Unless you're going to spend money on this thing, then you're not going to achieve it. So that's a little bit ridiculous that a lot of people can't log in right now, and if they were chasing after the Foley, they're not going to be able to get Foley. For one, because that's a ridiculous goal for somebody to achieve that's a free-to-play player. They're not going to be able to get the person that they need in order to get that fusion. And for me, it's happened twice, because on the 80 auto plays that I did, it cost me this. Okay, Moto, good job. It cost me this eviscerator, right? Because I did 80 auto plays. There was just no way that I could get that back after I did it, and I refuse to throw my wallet at the game whenever it screws up. Whenever Plarium, whenever you guys make an error, I'm not going to give you my money. All right, and I don't think anybody else should. I'm not going to pay you so that I can win back what you made me lose. It makes no sense. So I really hope that they credit everybody who is losing out on these things in some way, shape, or form, whether it be through gyms, whether it be through energy. I don't care how you do it. Just give the players some credit where credit is due. They're sticking in there. They're dealing with you when you're going through some growing pains, which is understandable. But now there's calls out about a nerf for a guy named Shield Guard, because he's and this was put up by a YouTuber it's not sponsored. He's not sponsored by Plarium, and it does him no good. It actually does him no harm, other than he's got a bunch of people calling him a snitch now, because he said that this Shield Guard guy is OP because he took a green character, he put really good gear on him, he leveled him up, and he found out that he could actually be a really good hero. And he put him up against Spider, and he's able to solo one of the Spider dungeons with him. So what? All right, don't nerf the player, don't nerf the character. There's no need to nerf the character. If anything, then nerf the drop rate. Make it to where he doesn't drop quite as often. Even though he's a green character, don't tell me that there's certain characters that you don't have lower drop rates on. So lower his drop rate down quite a bit. So if somebody gets him, then they're super lucky to get him, and then they have to go through the trouble of leveling him up all the way to level 60, and then they have to go through the trouble of putting really good gear on him and making him to where he's strong. That's what the game is about. It's not about giving your players good heroes and then taking all of their powers away from them so that you can't do anything with them anymore. And don't tell me that you're going to keep the character viable. All right, like Steel Bowyer, or whatever it's called. You say that you're going to keep that character viable. I don't care. Viable is not the same as doing major damage to the clan boss. Your version of viable and my version of viable are two different things. I don't really care what your version of viable is. So it's too late, right? But if you are, I've already made a suggestion. If you are going to nerf a hero, which I am completely 100% against, whenever you have people that are spending money on your game and buying gems and they get a lucky drop rate, I'm completely against you nerfing their heroes. But if you are going to do that, then you need to add a tab somewhere over here next to a sin or below a sin that is going to be the option to strip the character. And when you strip that character, specifically the ones that you nerf, then you need to give back everything, absolutely everything, that player put into that character. Every bit of energy, every hero that they put into it, every piece of armor that was on that character, everything needs to come off of that character for free. You don't need to charge them any coins. You don't need to charge them anything to strip that character if it is a character that you nerfed. I love the game. I hope the community continues to grow, but something that has to be pointed out, and don't hate me for it, whether it be from Plarium or whether it be from other players, something that has to be pointed out is the fact that you guys are not taking care of the players the way that they need to be taken care of. Your opportunity over here that you have to let's see, where is it at? All right, it's under, there it is, under info. Your support option, it sucks. All right, I send in multiple tickets, I get an automatic response back, not coming from a person, just coming from the computer. It goes into, and maybe somebody will read it, doubtfully. All right, you probably have a computer that's going to sort it out, and then there's a possibility of somebody reading it. It sucks. Your customer service levels suck. All right, I hate to say that. I'd love to work with you guys and help make the game better, because I really enjoy this game. I'm not going to go to another game right now. This is the game I'm going to stick with. But what it boils down to is you have to do better. You're going through growing pains. Learn from your community. See, by the way, that your community is not happy with what's going on. Okay? Nerfs, unnecessary. Find another way to do it. But if you absolutely must nerf a character, then you really need to think about that strip character option that I'm talking about. I think there's other games out there that have it. I don't know. I haven't played them personally. I've heard about it. Listen, there's people out there who are working hard to try and help grow this community, and they have friends that play the game with them, and they have good little groups for themselves. I mean, don't lose that. Take care of what you have now, and it will continue to grow. But if you don't take care of what you have, and you start to plant some bad seeds, then you're going to get some bad crops. Okay? So that's my little rant to Plarium. Those couple of characters that I talked about, I don't know if they're going to nerf them or not. If they do nerf them, I'm going to be upset about it, even though I have not put in all the efforts that these people have. Oh, by the way, if I wanted to make this a Fusion update for Foley, I'm probably not going to proceed any farther, because once again, there's people that are locked out of here that aren't going to be able to even work on this event so much, because they could have been earning gems. There's people that are locked out. They're not able to earn the gems. They're not able to do what they got to do in order to get this event complete. I'm not going to throw my wallet at you right now whenever you're in a bad state. If I see that you make a good move, then maybe I'll throw you some money. But I'm probably not going to be chasing after Foley. Which, by the way, this guy, level 50. All I got to do is put the potions into him, which, by the way, I'm probably not going to do. This one, level 50. This one, level 50. A couple of them already have the potions in them. This one, not going to get him. You know why? Because you messed me over on Eviscerator, and if she comes back around, then maybe I'll work for it, maybe I won't. I hope you got your bugs out of the system. If you do, then maybe I'll work for it. This guy, I really doubt that I'm going to spend $50+ to get that guy, so that I can work even harder to try to get that guy all the way up there and all the way full of potions, so that I can lose all my potions whenever I do this. I don't know, guys. I think that Foley would be a great hero to have. Do I think that he's going to be worth what most people have spent on this game in order to get him? Absolutely not. Not in the state that Plarium is in right now. I don't think that you should have to drop $100+ in order to get that legendary hero. And I know there have already been plenty of people that have done it, and some of them will say they're free to play and so on and so forth. Lies. All lies. You sit on a throne of lies, sir. There's no way that you're free to play and you did everything perfectly in order to achieve that legendary character. I don't believe you. If you showed me, I might believe you, but I believe there's probably going to be some cutscenes in there where you're buying some freaking gems or something in order to get this thing done. So that's my rant. That's my update, because I know there's a lot of you guys that are out there that are missing the game right now. You're not able to play it. So that's what you're missing. You're not missing much, okay? A lot of us are not moving forward without you because of obvious reasons that I just went over. So I'll keep moving forward, but it's not going to be necessarily chasing after that carrot on a stick that they're trying to put in front of me. I love the game. I'm not going to stop playing it, but they've got some things that they've got to work on. Let's see if they make the right moves. I have some faith. I know for a fact. I can almost bet a bunch of money on this. They will extend this fusion, and they will have events continue to roll around so that you can get these characters again, because there have been too many screw-ups. Now, if they don't do that, then the level of faith that I have in Plarium is going to drop a lot, because that would just be irresponsible of them to do. That would be so irresponsible of them to not extend it and to not give players the opportunity to fix what Plarium has screwed up, to work legitimately hard to get it. Now, by the way, there's been people that have been working through all of this. They've been working through all of this. They've been spending money. They've been buying gems. They've been buying energy, and they already have Foley. Good for them, right? That's awesome. I'm happy for you. But I don't have the $150 to spend on this game so that I can buy a legendary hero. And I think it's a little bit ridiculous, and I know the community feels the same way. I don't want to lose the player base that we have. The guys that I play this game with and the gals that I play this game with, I want to keep playing the game with them. I don't want you to run my friends off Plarium. So please pay attention to what you're doing. Please do better. I appreciate you guys as always. I hope that if you found this at least informative, or if you're on the same page with me, I hope that you can maybe like and subscribe, because I'd like to keep growing my channel regardless of what these guys do with their stuff. I appreciate you. Have a nice day.